Hey guys, it's Xfox here, and this is just going to be a quick tutorial on and walkthrough on how I was able to get basically through the woods here before you actually get to the spider layer's cave. Now, as you notice again, I'm always using the dwarf here because one of the main things again with the dwarf is he has a high damage output, and he has one of the best moves that I basically consider in the game, which is the rage. So the first thing that I always stack, of course, is the rage. I try to maximize everything on the rage, from his damage back to his passive health return to his passive regeneration. So what I'll do here is, you can see I basically just try to stay behind, let as many people try and arch them as best as I can. But anytime that you're going to get anytime you're going to get the bigger mobs to come out at you, which some will come out here in a second. Anytime you get the bigger spiders with the smaller spiders, you definitely want to focus the bigger spider first. Always try to pop rage at the last moment so you can get a ton more people around you, so you can swing on your hits. So you can basically see I'm not hitting the other guys, but every time they hit me, I actually reflect the damage back to them. So personally, again, it's one of the best moves, especially with the spiders. Now, I would recommend, if you don't use the dwarfer, you can definitely use the ranger, because the ranger does a lot of two-handed weapon damage really, really quick. But here, I figured I would just stick with the main, dwarf here, and I should be okay.
I need healing. The dwarf is down! Quickly, help him! By my beard, that was a close.
Now, you definitely want to be careful here, because typically when you fight a lot of these spiders, if you do go down, there's so many of them, a lot of the times your foes won't be able to basically revive you, so you're basically going to have a game over. So, again, I'm still waiting for my rage to come back. You can see a lot of the spiders die basically from hitting me, and then the damage is repelled back to them. Here I'm going to try and pop rage again. Oh, I missed it. Accidentally died. So perfect. I'm trying to go ahead and pop rage here. And it's perfect when you actually you're inside the bubble here to gain life, because you really can't die unless someone's doing some massive damage to you. So perfect. Again, those waves are pretty difficult if you don't have rage, but if you do have a ranger with dual wielding weapons, it's pretty easy to pass. So here, first thing again I do is pop rage. As you can see, all the other smaller ones are basically taking damage back to themselves on how much damage they do to me, while I hammer away at the bigger one there. So this little phase right here was fairly easy to do. Just went ahead and saved you a little bit there. I was searching my items and setting up new stuff, but here comes another little set of spiders. Again, pop rage is the first thing I do. I should have waited until more of them were around me, but as long as I can go ahead and reflect all the damage back to the bigger one again is the one that'll really knock you back.
Need more time.
You can see here, basically, again, I don't really want to pop rage, because there's really no point here. So I just go ahead and send a few arrows that way to that one. Decide, you know what, I'm just going to stand here and heal a bunch. So we'll basically keep running. We run over here. I think we do get a few good items out of this loot box over here. Some different shoes there. So basically, there you have it. Pretty much, now you're almost exactly at the basically the entrance of the lair. So I know a lot of people were giving me messages saying, "Hey, we're having some trouble here trying to beat these spider mobs. How do you do it?" So again, I use a dwarf. I always pop the rage, and definitely check out the next video and see the interior of the cave here. And always, again, leave a comment on how you guys were able to beat this section.